Performance Rallying. I'm Travis Bradley, and we're here in Victoria, British Columbia for the second running of the Koksilah 4 stages. This year's sponsor is Metro Toyota. But before we get on to the rally, let's take a look at the cars and the drivers. Starting in car number 2 will be Jeff Vanderwall and Martin Bendle. In car number 3, Shawn Bishop with co-driver Suzanne Stewart. In car number 4, driver Tim Bendle is teamed with Steve Farrell. In fifth start, Murray Munsey and Tom Christie. In car number 7, a 79 Fire Arrow, Jade Drager and Don McDougall. In number 8, from Washington, Bill Brooks and Richard Blinn. In car number 9, from Alberta, driver Richard Coots, co-driver Brett Ross. In car number 10, also from Alberta, the Danforths, Jay and Don Elda. Starting in number 11, Brent Redford and co-driver Aziz Mekala. Car number 12, driving a 71 Datsun, Stephen Herholzer and Dale Cooney. Car number 13, another crew from Washington State, Scott McFetridge and Rod Chilgren. Number 14, local favorites, Ed Wignall crews with Dennis Wend. Car number 15, a 71 Datsun 510, Jazz Bachu and Doug Wall. In car 16, locals Axel Pettersson and Paul Margraf try out the Opel Ascona the first time this year. Number 17, from Victoria and last year's novice winner, Dan Krolik and Paul Duncan. Car number 18 from Washington State, Kevin Gordon, driver, and Philip Bain, co-driver. Number 19, also from Washington, in a Datsun 1600 Roadster, Gene McCullough and Timothy Randich. Car number 20, the last of the American entrants, Steve Warren and Rick Kinney. Car number 21 will be Andrew Clouston and Rick Herman. In start position 22, Paul Buchel and Cameron Toombs.
I'm with Shawn Bishop. Shawn.
You're running out of Calgary. You're starting in the second position. What do you think your chances are going to be today?
Well, we're going to try and go for the best we can. Lots of competition. We're going to try.
How does the car, your car, compare to some of the other cars here for performance and whatnot?
I think it's as reliable. It might not be as powerful as, say, Tim Bendle's or some of the 2600 cc's. We only got 2,000, but it should be pretty competitive.
Yeah. I'm with Steve Farrell. Steve, you're co-driving today for Tim Bendle. You've had on that side of the car. How does it look for you today?
Well, let's say I think there's about 18 cars in the event, and my prediction for is going to be 17 behind us at the
Well, with Steve's prediction, we're off for the transit up Vancouver Island's beautiful Malahat Drive. The transit takes just over an hour, and this gives the drivers a last chance to relax and co-drivers a chance to study the route. The Koksilah moves its way through McMillan-Bloedel Shawnigan Lake Logging Division, and the crews are facing 102 kilometers of competitive stages with nearly 300 kilometers of rally in total. So if everything goes well, the crews are ready for racing. Locals Axel and Paul Margraf look good at the start, but are destined to slide off in stage 4. With the next leg of the rally about to begin, Tim Bendle and Steve Farrell in their Datsun make adjustments to propel them into first place. Tim, last year you won this event. You took the Western Canadian Series last year. How does it look for you this year?
Well, there's a lot more competition this year. A lot of people coming up from the United States. There's supposed to be pretty good competition. It's touch and go. It'll be a good battle.
What do you think of this event as it compares to the other events?
Well, pretty well the same grading as the other events. Good roads. The organization's usually pretty well, has a pretty good display. And sponsorship, well, could be a little better, I suppose. Yeah.
How's the car running for you?
Really good. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way the car is running. I could use a new set of tires, but I'm forced to go with what I've got and what I can afford.
Tell me a little bit about the car. What have you got in for power?
The engine's it's pretty tame. It's about 160, 170 brake horsepower. It's a reliable engine. It's not like a lot of other cars have maybe 20 to 40 more horsepower than I do. The drivetrain, the transmission's basically stock. The limited slip differential has lower gears in it for better acceleration.
Have won this event. Did it look that way throughout the whole rally?
Well, things were going not too badly from the start. Murray Muncie pulled ahead of us at the beginning and by a few seconds, and we thought we'd let her ride at that and see what happened later on, and we managed to pull her out of the hat, I guess.
Steve, how'd you like riding?
Well, as it was the first shot at riding with somebody quite as quick as Tim, it was an education, and I think we did. The results speak for themselves, I think.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.